Hi, my name is Corbin Patton, and this is a continuation of our last video where we cut a 3D section. So if you don't see this on your screen, you'd want to go back to that last video. But in this video, we're going to tackle the fact that this wall is showing its exterior material on the inside because it's a wall that, transverses various parts of the building, so there's interior and exterior conditions on each element, which I guess for conceptual purposes isn't a huge deal, but once you actually get in the construction document phase and you want to do takeoffs or use it for schedules or even just for constructability, you'd want to change that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide this wall into, I guess, 3 parts. So we have this top part here, which is the exterior part of the second floor on the one side. We have this part that you can see right here in blue, which is the exterior part on that side, and then we have part of the wall which you can see this hidden area here to this wall over here, this area right here, and that part of the wall is on an interior condition on both sides. So I'm just gonna pull, I guess to start, we're just gonna pull this wall. We're gonna pull this wall. We're gonna reset the profile first, actually, and then pull this wall back to align with there. And then I'm just gonna go up to the modify and just make sure that these walls are filleted properly. Yeah. And then we're going to go to Edit Profile. And we're going to select Pick Line. And we're going to pick the top of here. And then we're going to pick the outside of here. And then we're just going to fillet these lines together with the fillet tool there. And so we've got the interior of that wall right there. Now we're going to do it over on this side here. So I'm just going to, I guess what I'll do is I'll just copy this wall over. I'm just holding the Shift key so it stays in the same plane. And then I'm going to hit the space bar to flip the wall on the other side. And then I'm going to use the Align tool to align maybe not. Just trying to figure out where. I guess that's fine. So we're going to reset the profile again. And I'm just going to draw its extents. So it's on that wall. And we want to touch that wall there. And then we're going to hit the Edit Profile tool, and we're going to use the Pick Line tool again, and we're going to pick the underside of the roof this time, the outside of this wall, the top of the floor, and the outside of this wall. And then we'll just join all these together. And we'll also have 2 extra lines, so we just got to make sure we delete those. And our wall is showing on the exterior here. And so the last thing we want to do is do the interior part there. And so I'm actually going to go to the floor plan to do this. So this wall, brick on metal stud. So I'm just going to look at the properties of this wall for a second. So we have 1/2 inch on one side, so we're going to need to put 1/2 inch chips on each side. So I'm going to look and see if I can find a wall type that matches that. So if you don't find something that is really what you want, you can use this wall as a basis for what you're doing. So I'm just going to call this interior I'm just going to say half GYP for gypsum, and then 6-inch metal, and then half GYP for gypsum. We're just going to go up here and we're going to delete all these exterior layers. We're not going to need the vapor retarder. Insert, bring that up. So we're going to make this a finish 5 as well, and then we're going to put gypsum in here. And then change the thickness to 1/2 inch. And then we are going to use center line. We're just going to draw this wall straight across. And the first thing you'll note is they don't line up. And I'm just going to change this to hidden line view so we can really see the layers, and then go up here to turn off line weights. And the reason why we can't see the layers is this is set as unconnected, so I'm going to change this to level 2. It's the top constraints. And then we're going to go over here and use the align tool, and we're going to align the interior of this with the interior of that. And so now those the interior portions of the walls are aligned. Looks like they're snapping together though, so let's going to figure out what's going on here. And then select all 3 of those, and I'm just going to move this over to the edge of the kitchen. And then we're going to edit the profile of this, and we're going to go back into our 3D view, and we want to select the underside of that, the back of that wall, and then the underside of this wall. Double lines there, so I'm just removing one. And then we also had a opening in here, so we'll just make a is 7 feet, and then say 10 feet wide. We're going to use this break line tool or split element tool to break the line. Just click the wrong thing there. And we use the fillet trim and extend tool. I say fillet tool because that's what I guess old AutoCAD terminology that has come over. And there we go. And just to get rid of all these lines, they might not be that important, but you just join these elements and then some of those lines will remove or will disappear. So there you have it, a wall with the correct exterior and interior properties in the appropriate places.